Dirt roads to rock crawling, two-buck chuck to screaming eagle, moonshine to 50-year-old single malt. We talk about it all here on Wheelin' Wine and Whiskey with your hosts, Jason and Chris.
Welcome to Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, episode 135 in Studio L, Chris's home studio.
Yeah.
Hi, Chris. How are you? Happy freaking holidays. Merry Christmas. I hate saying happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Oh, shit.
We went to the Jamie Johnson concert last night, and he said Merry Christmas at the end. I thought that was cool. We'll get more into that in a bit. But yeah. Episode 135, closing in at the end of 2021. Can you believe that?
Dude.
Where did this year go?
It's always...
Where did who go?
Where's Waldo? It's just always amazes me how the year kind of seems to go slow.
Last year went slow. 2020 was slow because there was a lot of downtime. But
there was. But I mean, it doesn't always seem like the year just kind of crawls by, and then you get close to the holidays. I think just like the week before Thanksgiving hits, and then everything like speeds up to warp speed.
I don't know. This whole year just flew by.
I don't know.
I mean, I just can't believe it's 2022 coming up here
with all the heat waves and whatnot for the summer, whatnot. Smoke, heat waves, fires, bullshit, and
tornadoes.
And now we're looking at the
famine.
best time of the year. Winter's here. It's rain, locusts, tornadoes. So let's not talk about those.
I kind of drove through a tornado last night.
Yeah, just about. Well, Kentucky.
The Kentucky deal is bad.
Yeah, it's bad.
Jeez.
It's bad. And then our wonderful president kind of made light of it, and whatever.
I wouldn't use wonderful and president in the same sentence.
No, right? So
not in this term.
No politics in this show.
Okay.
No politics. But anyway, it just seems you get to the holidays and time speeds up. It's like boom. I can remember being a kid, and it's just like you get, when's Christmas happening? When's Christmas happening?
Well,
like,
are we there yet?
Waiting. And now as an adult, it's like, holy crap, I just bought Christmas presents. Oh no, that was a year ago. What? No, it was like a week ago.
I know.
It's just amazing. It's I know time never changes, but it's just the perception of it does, and that's it. But anyway, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. It's we're this episode's going to drop
Feliz Navidad
on the 14th, which is
Mele Kaliki Maka.
What the hell?
Isn't that another one?
This is Gesundheit.
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm good.
All right.
Wow. Well, MRI. You ever had an MRI, Chris?
No, I've had CAT scans.
Oh, CAT scans? Yeah,
CT scans.
CT, yeah.
I've had 2 of those.
And so this MRI machine is the tube that you get slid into.
How'd that feel?
It was actually fine. I mean, I'm not claustrophobic. That's I could see people freaking out in this thing though, because
I freaked out in the CT machine. I mean,
did you?
Well, not really.
It's not a tube though, is it?
It is. But it's like a donut.
Yeah, it's not nearly as confined. And I'm not a big guy, and my shoulders were like touching the sides when they slid me in, and I had my eyes closed, went in, and there's light in there, and then I could feel some air, so that was good air movement. But I looked up, and they had my head in a, kind of like a neck brace, because you're not supposed to move, and that's what they were imaging was my neck, because I got something going on back there. Old age is exactly what it is. And so, anyways, I look up, and the ceiling's like right here. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is okay. Gonna just close my eyes again, and
this is an audio program. Right?
And then, but I mean, it's like right in front of your eyes. I mean, it was like right there.
So he's gesturing to something that's about 4 inches in front of his face.
Well, it was less than 4 inches. It felt like it was 2, but my nose was damn near touching the ceiling of this thing. It felt like, I don't know, maybe they can adjust it more. I have no idea, but I can't imagine a big person getting slid into this tube here.
I don't know. Hopefully it never happens.
But the sounds.
I am a big person.
The sounds are crazy.
Isn't it like banging
There's
and stuff?
banging, and I mean, it is loud. You're wearing earplugs, but it is loud. Anybody that's had an MRI is like...
Is it like the banging of a Toyota?
Yeah, kind of like a Toyota banging off the rev limiter.
So it sounds like that.
It sounds just like that. But no, it was... I love it. No, and then they have like, there's just a myriad of sounds. And it's almost like you're at one of those electronic concerts, you know, when they're getting ready to drop the beat.
Like Herbie Hancock or something?
No, the modern stuff, like crazy. You go onto YouTube and watch some of these big festivals, was it EPM or EMP or what? I don't know. I'm butchering
I'm
it
an
up.
old guy. But,
Tyler can tell you. He goes to those
Iron
things.
Man 2 and he's like, give me a beat to do a beat down.
No, it's it's crazy. There's a lot of electronic, sounds going on. But it's it's good, man. The images I get results here. I got results, but the doctor has to interpret them. But
so you have a brain.
Basically, yes, the brain and spine are there, and got to figure out what's causing this crazy pain on my left side shoulder and arm.
Did it show any common sense?
No, there's zero common sense, and the brain was about the size of a little bit bigger than a pistachio.
Well, there you go.
So I got that going for me.
So so you have issues with your neck, your shoulder?
I got all kinds of issues, but no, this was the whole neck. There's a pinched nerve is basically what it comes down to.
You're driving along, you'd be like,
spinal stenosis. Yeah. So we'll see. It's all part of the fun thing of getting old, I guess, and see what they can come up with. I'm excited to talk to this doctor because I'm excited for some
this coming week. Right?
When this episode drops, I see the doctor that day.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Tuesday's an exciting day.
We're recording on Sunday. So and big storm rolling into California again. Atmospheric river.
Yeah, it's kind of came in with a little bit of a whimper.
Well, they said it's going to be like later tonight, Sunday night, and then all into Monday, and they're looking at 3 inches of rain down here and 100 plus inches up in Tahoe. That would be phenomenal. But we'll see. We'll see what it does.
Looks like it's pretty exciting up in the mountains.
It is,
now.
Looking at that's like half the state is green and blue right now. That's looking good on the radar on Chris's 78-inch screen he's got in his studio here. Wow,
it's just big enough so I can put two side by side.
It's like life size.
We're pretty close, yeah. But
anyways,
the winter's here and it's exciting. I mean, because we need the rain, we definitely need the snow, and I know the resorts. As you said, North Star is opening up today.
Some of them just opened today. Like a couple chairs, couple runs. So but hopefully the storm will get the base going, and yes, I'll be skiing, and Chris will be doing podcast solo.
That's all right. I can
January,
handle it.
February.
I've been doing solo podcasts for the last 6 months.
There you go. Perfect.
How many days are you sober?
Oh, jeez. One, carry the 4. It's a radioactive spider.
Lorenzo's not here. He just
wonder if anybody will get that
old...
one. Let's see if anybody gets that reference.
What's that?
Radioactive spider. 116. 116.
Holy mackerel. 116 days. That's incredible.
Hey,
awesome.
If you DM me, I got a special gift I will send to somebody, the first person with the correct answer. DM me on Instagram, or you can email me, Jason at wheelingwineandwhiskey.com, with where that quote came from.
All right.
That'll be impressive. I know there's some people that know, though.
Just one winner.
One winner. First one.
person.
One
okay,
person.
There you go.
I'm not made of money like you. I can't be handing it away to store here.
Shit. I'll sell this monitor.
So speaking of crazy, went to Reno last night.
Yeah.
With Code Nelson, a law firm. So Code, he's a big music nut, and we went and saw Jamie Johnson with Lady Samurai.
Is that all your first real concert since this pandemic?
Yes, it was the last concert I saw was December of 19. Same time. It was that second week-ish of December.
Uh-huh.
That was the last live concert I went to, and then obviously nothing in 2020, and then here's the first live concert I went back to.
So 2 years.
2021, 2 years, yeah.
That's bullshit.
It was awesome, though. God, what a great show, Jamie Johnson. And saw Eric Wicks. There was a Slauson sighting in the crowd. I didn't talk to him, but yeah, so it was pretty cool. It's Jamie Johnson is just a great country singer, and it was America on High last night. He did some covers.
America.
Charlie Daniels, Little Merle Haggard, and they had 10 people up on stage. They had a horn section, of course the keyboardist, the slide guitar, the bassist was sitting down the whole time on a chair. But oh my God, they sounded so good. So good.
Where was this at?
This was at GSR, the Grand Sierra Resort.
Great place.
Yeah, big, huge. It used to be the old Hilton.
Yeah.
With the water driving range.
Yep.
So they got the go-kart track out front there.
Oh, they do, huh?
Yeah.
That's cool.
But anyways, great concert. And so Lady Samurai and Samurai James was there too. We had a ball.
Right on.
But coming back, so the storm was coming in, and we had a hotel room there in Reno, and thought, well, we'll leave early in the morning. Well, then I'm watching the radar, and one of the benefits of not drinking is, you're sober to drive home.
Yeah.
At
Was Code sober?
11 o'clock in the morning. He was not. He was not able to operate any machinery at all.
Was he able to operate?
I wouldn't have let him operate a hairdryer at that point where he was with it.
Well, hair dryers can. I am drinking right now.
Yes, you are. But yeah, so I'm like, dude, I think we should go. Let's get ahead of the storm. He's like, all right, I'm game. Oh, of course you are. You just have to sit in the passenger seat and regulate your massage seat there.
A heated seat.
Heated massage seat. So he stayed awake, though. I got to give him credit, because if it was me, I would have been, no, I'm out. Good night.
I've been driving your truck when you're unconscious.
Yeah, no, out. Nope. Oh, you stayed awake. We got a cup of coffee, big old cup of coffee, and hit the road. It was just 2 hours down the Highway 80 to
just 2
sack
hours.
of tomatoes, but holy smokes, was it windy over the summit, and it was blowing all the sand on the roadway, and visibility got pretty poor at times, and then it was snowing. But the snow was not the issue. It was the wind that was the issue last night. But then got back into Sacramento, like around 1:30, and I checked California Road Report. Great app if you don't have it. CARR.
It's a good one.
Check it out, California Road Report, and chains were at maximum, were fully required.
No shit.
Yeah, so we got just ahead of it.
That's good. So any big rigs when you were coming over the summer?
Only two. Two.
So as windy as you said it was.
I wouldn't have been driving a big rig, and I'm glad I did not have the camper on the truck.
Yeah, that wouldn't have ended well.
No, it was blowing. I mean,
stronger
crazy
than
gust.
that when we left KOH that one year?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, these were like strong gusts. You're at the summit, you're like 7,600 feet at the top there or something.
Yeah, it's sketch.
It's, and then in the Sierras and the storm, it's the front of the storm. So it was gnarly, but yeah, made it over no problem.
There you go.
Old Ford motored right through.
I know, I was waiting for the call to be towed by the land.
Yeah, right. So, what was interesting was, walk into the casino and maybe 10% of the people are wearing masks.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and that's
it's
Douglas
required.
County, is it? It's not Douglas County.
No,
that's
it's Washoe. I believe.
Washoe, yes.
But it's required, and there was a bunch of casino employees with masks in their hands to hand out. And they were freely handing them out to anybody that wanted them, but they were not enforcing masks at all. There were signs up, there was sanitizer stations and stuff, but I'd say about 10% of the people were wearing a mask.
Oh,
now this was a Jamie Johnson
I'm
concert.
Need you to wear a mask for the rest of this episode.
Yeah, so I'm like, these are our people right here.
Right? No, America.
But so that, and then was down in Sacramento today, and went into old Boot Barn. Had to do a little shopping for somebody's wedding coming up.
Not mine.
Not yours, not mine.
Not yours.
So I go in there, and I'm like, damn, I forgot my mask. And they're like, don't worry about it. And sure enough, I mean, the employees were wearing masks, and maybe not even half the people in the store, the clientele were wearing masks. So it's
people don't care anymore.
There's a lot of people that just said, F it,
everybody's
whatever.
known as Omicron.
But what was interesting is
whatever.
like, you go into the store, and it's like, I'm not wearing a mask, and I look at somebody else that's not wearing a mask, and you kind of look at each other, and you got that like nothing said, just a visual look of a high five. Like, right on, dude.
You do
know, or
me,
thumbs
I'll
up.
do you do you, I'll
Well,
do me.
yeah,
right?
yeah, whatever, whatever you just said. But yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, whatever, you know. So
that's good.
So
In the way it should be.
yeah, well, we'll see how long this this keeps going. But anyways, just some observations.
Well, yeah. Did you pick out a pair of boots?
I tried on some boots, but there's some ostrich boots that I really like, but they were $4.99.
Oh, shit. Hashtag Jason.
I'm like,
money,
no, those are way too nice, way too nice. So I'm gonna shop around some more. I found a couple that I like that fit well.
Uh-huh.
That's what I was kind of shopping for, with size, widths. You know, there's a lot going on there. They said it's supposed to grip your foot like a firm handshake, the top of your foot, and then your heel shouldn't slide more than an inch. That's how you know you got the right boot.
Wow.
And I'm like, the heels, yeah, slide. Okay, all right. But
what if it slides 8 inches?
That's not good. That's too much. Too
big?
much. Too much.
Too much.
Too
right.
much.
Well, I didn't have as much excitement and fun as you. I've been kind of hanging out here down at home and working while you're off gallivanting. But
oh yeah, I left Saturday afternoon, and I was back by Sunday morning at 1:30.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of fun.
That was a lot of road miles in a short amount of time. Let me tell you.
You like driving. I mean, until you don't.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Well, when you got massaging seats, it's all good.
That truck does make it very comfortable to drive long distances.
I've been trying to get, the listeners probably remember I've been trying to get my Jeep.
Oh yeah,
street legal again because of the smog bullshit.
Smoggy.
So I failed smog back in, well, I guess it was September when I finally took it in to get smogged, which was after my registration was due. And so I paid late fees, blah, blah, blah. I paid my registration dues, but I couldn't get my tags because I failed smog.
Right.
Determined that I needed a new catalytic converter. But man, I'll tell you, with all the stuff going on here in the state, well, I don't know if it's just California, but catalytic converters are a hot commodity, man. People they're getting stolen from cars, whether in parking lots or just along the street, wherever. I mean, Priuses, Honda vehicles, I guess, are very popular to have their cats stolen. So the muffler shop in town here was super busy, and I finally got in this past Friday to get a new cat installed. Do you know what California has special catalytic converters?
Yes, I know.
California spec, or whatever you want to call them, they're more expensive. So the cat, just a cat for my Jeep, was $500 something bucks, and then I paid obviously the guy to install it. So he gave me a deal. It was less than what he quoted, so I got out of there for just under $700 for a new cat. And then Saturday, I took the Jeep into the smog place, to the same place that failed me back in September. And they're like, "Oh, you're back." It's like, "Yeah, I'm back." It's like, weren't you the guy that failed?" It's like, "Yeah, I was the guy that failed."
Thanks.
And so I'm here to pass now. And they're like, "All right. Do you have any idea?" I mean, these new, so my Jeep is OBD1.
Right.
I know we talked about
Old
that
school.
in a previous episode.
Yes.
OBD2 vehicles, they don't even do the sniffer on those anymore. They just pull them into the, so there was like
the
10,
newer ones they don't. The OBD2?
Yeah, OBD2.
Okay.
There was like 10 OBD2 vehicles went through in the other bays at the smog station.
Well, it took to do yours?
In the time it took me them to do mine.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, and I was talking to the owner, he popped out, I was like, "Oh man, you're old school." I was like, "Yeah, but California, I mean, we're going on." And it's like, California just doesn't want these vehicles on the road anymore.
No.
Like, no, they don't.
No.
And then he's like, it takes 6 minutes to do a newer vehicle. And I'm like, that's fucked up. But then I said, so what does California want? I mean, I get it, but I mean, if you've been here long enough to understand how bad the smog was 30, 40, 50 years ago, and how much better it is today. I mean, yeah, we're 40 million plus people in the state versus whatever 25 million, however many years ago, but the air quality is measurably better than it was. But I mean, what is the ultimate goal? I mean, the owner and I are sitting there. It's like, the ultimate goal is that they want everybody to be driving electric cars. And I said, unfortunately for you as an operator of a smog, test station, that's going to put you out of business. right?
Right.
I mean, because in 50 years or 20 years, whatever it is, by the time all this stuff phases through, and I know that Tyler and Tyler with Snail Trails all gung ho about electric vehicles.
Right, right.
I'm not really gung ho about it, but I do realize it's the future. But anyway, long story short, they put my vehicle through like a 20-minute, test to get it to happen.
Okay.
And I passed. I mean, the numbers from the previous test that I failed to the current tests that I passed were incredibly different. I mean,
Right.
it was
Night and day. I saw that. You did a comparison there.
Yeah, it was stupid. Like it was like 500 and something parts per
so
million.
It works. The catalytic
converter works.
Okay.
Exactly. So I was super happy that I passed, and now my tags will be mailed to me by California DMV, and I'll be happy again when I can drive.
And you can go four-wheeling.
I can go four-wheeling. I was four-wheel. I went four-wheeling with expired tags.
Oh.
So anyway,
in Mexico,
you boys like Mexico. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm good again. It's just this nonsense.
It's a hassle.
It is, and it's
freaking hassle.
It's a cash grab. And what were they saying? Was it you that was saying something? Oh, you were talking about, getting you have your fishing license, and you were talking about now they have a crab fishing license.
Yeah, crab designation so you can go crabbing.
And that's just another, what is it, $4 or $6?
It was $2 something.
Oh, $2.
Yeah. Two and some change, but yeah, it's like
why?
Oh my gosh.
It's not even worth $2. I mean, seriously, I don't.
Yeah, I'm gonna go crabbing over New Year's, and I need the. We're gonna do Deadliest Catch.
Just no, you're not. You just
don't
do that.
It did turn into Deadliest Catch one year. Boy, that's a story for another podcast. But anyways,
okay.
The capsized minnow was lost.
Oh, but was Ginger there?
Ginger was not there, but there was. That was
I'm partial to Marianne. Anyway.
Quite the ordeal. Luckily, I was not on that vessel.
So you weren't Gilligan.
I was not Gilligan.
Oh,
there was a Gilligan was there.
Half the listeners
Skipper.
Like, what in the fuck are they talking
Professor
about?
Hal?
No, not Professor Hal.
Oh, yeah, he was there.
The professor.
Oh, the professor. That's
we
right.
never heard the professor's real name.
Thurston Hal the Third. That's
Lovey.
right. Thurston Hal the Third. Lovey. All right. Well, that's good. So your Jeep's back. Congratulations.
Yeah.
You were compliant to drive it in the state of California again. Wow, that's a major accomplishment, let me tell you.
I'm telling you.
Trying to keep trucks on the road here.
Oh, it's a freaking bullshit.
Yeah, it really is.
100. So that whole process, it was about $800.
Yeah.
That's just money.
Yeah. Perfect. Great. Thanks.
Thanks for living in the state of California. Yeehaw. What else you got?
Well, the Samurais, the James and Rhonda.
Yeah.
They got a new camper. They're living the Lance life now.
Oh boy. Hashtag living Lance life.
So I taught them partially the Lance handshake, the secret handshake that we get taught when you get a Lance. So I haven't taught them the full handshake yet.
Oh well.
But they're getting there. They haven't spent a night in it yet. So you have to spend the first night in your camper, and then you can learn the full Lance handshake.
It's not just spending a night, but you actually have to take a shower.
Oh, shower. It's true.
Because it pays for itself every time you shower.
I got there. I put the check valve on the shower.
Oh,
So that'll help from the keeps the temperature, because of the hot water side, goes through a tank, obviously, to heat the water. Mm-hmm. So you have lower water pressure on that side, and so it'll backfeed cold water without this check valve. So that way, when you're taking a shower, you have consistent water temperature when you turn the cycle it on and off.
Mine's exactly the opposite.
Yours is the opposite, huh? It gets hot?
I get burned.
Oh, interesting.
Because this is on our shower heads, we have an on-off switch.
Right.
You take the Navy shower, right?
Well, yeah. You get your temperature set, and then it's like,
Unless you're my son, he just lets it flow.
Wow.
But
there goes 20 gallons.
Well, yeah, long story, but we're not going to go there. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you have limited resources when you're in a camper,
yes.
and you have to conserve.
Yes.
Be smart. Propane, electricity, and water. You're not connected to an unlimited source like your home is.
Right.
So anyway.
But anyways, yeah. So got there was numerous things. Camper was generally in really good shape. They got a great price on it.
Yeah.
All the appliances were working. Cleaned them all up. Blew them out. There was a ton of dust, and
6 inches bigger than yours.
Coils. Yes, it is 6 inches bigger than mine. It's a 911. Mine's a 9.6. So it's only 5 inches.
5 inches.
5 inches. Yes, that's a big difference, Chris. So, yeah, and
Tyler's giggling like a little girl.
Yeah.
Right now.
There was some serious electrical gremlins in there where things were
That's
getting
what you were telling
backfed,
me.
and I'm like, oh my gosh! And so we worked on it Saturday. We went to the Mad Hatters Christmas party Saturday night. It was awesome. They did a great job. Renee put it all together. It was a buffet. There must have been 40 people there.
Cool.
It was a lot of fun, and then they do this gift auction. Raffle deal where you buy raffle tickets and you go up and pick your gift.
Uh-huh.
So I got some cool stuff. I got some soft shackles. I got a bottle of wine, and then Tyler was sitting across from me and he had soft shackles, and I wasn't obviously drinking. Not that I was going to open it right there, but I'm like, dude, this is a really good bottle of Zen, and I know you like Zen.
Did he actually take it home with him this time?
He did. He actually took the wine home with him this time. I
Okay,
made
good.
sure, because he likes to leave wine there for the employees of Cattleman's. He's a very nice,
right.
giving person this time of the year. So I traded him some nice soft shackles for a bottle of wine. So I thought that was a
Sweet.
good trade. And then I ended up with a nice brass drift that John makes. It's like, thing was like almost half-inch in diameter.
Wow.
So you can do some serious drifting with that brass drift,
Okay.
hammering on.
And it won't make a spark.
Yeah, well, and I got a bunch of smaller ones, but this is good. I mean, you could use this for like axles and stuff.
Yeah, because you don't
be
afford
great.
it.
But anyways, yeah, so we were at this party and great time. And then so Sunday morning, I'm like racking my brain Saturday night of what could be backfeeding the system. So Sunday morning, I started doing, diagnostics and process of elimination, and ended up being an old fluorescent light, true fluorescent. So it had a ballast, and the ballast board was backfeeding the system.
Oh, boy.
So I pulled that out of the system, disconnected it, isolated it, and everything worked fine.
Perfect.
Then there was another major problem with other lights that I found out. The relay was totally missing. And so I'm like, it's got to be here.
We don't need no stinking relay.
Well, somebody obviously went in. They changed some wiring from the factory. That's one good thing about Lance is you go to their website and everything's documented. All your owner's manuals and all the wiring diagrams and everything. So I'm studying this wiring diagram and I go, okay, there's got to be a relay here. And nothing. Well, I'm like, okay, the relays, here's one wire that we need. Here's another wire we need. I'm like, somebody took the relay out. So I'm like, James, do you know what a relay is? And he goes, yeah, it relays power. I said, oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah, it's like a big switch.
It is. It's an electrically operated switch, and it's to isolate, power, high power current. So you could use a, minimum switch, lower amperage switch to toggle on a higher amperage, item.
When you use a low voltage switch to engage your air compressor.
Exactly what I was going to say. Like the ARB air compressors, that's a great example. It draws a lot of current, so that gets wired. The power, the current's running from the battery directly to the motor, and then the switch is electronically controlled by a little minute power
For you guys
switch.
that have 6 light bars on your vehicle, you should be running a relay.
Well, yeah, old school light bars. LED, you can kind of cheat the system a little bit. There's a lot less
6 of
current
them?
going through, but if you got 6 of them, maybe. But anyways, so yeah, what is a relay? It relays power.
Right. It's just a fancy switch.
It relays power, but I love it. Anyway, so yeah, so they're well on their way. They got some other stuff to do and laundry list of things to get, but it's going to be a nice camper when it's all done.
Absolutely.
And they'll be part of the Lance life.
Heck yeah. No, it's a nice camper. We wandered around in it a week or two ago, and it's a good score. I guess they drove all the way out to the middle of Nevada to pick it up.
Fallon.
Yeah,
Fallon.
That's like in 2 hours east of Reno.
Yeah, we found a bird's nest.
But what?
A bird's nest up above the door where the speakers are and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, there was a bird's nest up in there. The guy that had it before. Apparently, he was one of those knew enough to take stuff apart, but either lost interest or couldn't figure out how to fix something, so he'd just leave it apart.
Well, you said something about the faucet.
Oh, the faucet. Yeah, it was all this stuff, and I'm like, what? Who does this? And it was like, 6 different projects that started and not finished or fixed. So
just finish your shit.
yeah, it's like if you don't, Google it, YouTube it, man. See how to fix shit.
I don't think they have internet out in fact.
Well, then that very well could be. Who knows? So, anyways, pretty interesting, but excited for them. That's going to be great. They're fully immersed in this off-roading.
Well, they are. I mean, they have
now.
two rigs, and of course, they're married and they have no children, and they're all in.
Yeah,
It's like
camper now, trailer, got the truck.
Yep,
ready to go.
They got the right truck.
The right truck. What's
Dodge,
that?
Dodge.
Oh, the Doge. The Doge.
Yeah, the night we were recording,
nice truck.
when they brought that rig down, we had 3 Dodges and 1 Ford in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
You were outnumbered.
Well, yeah, my neighbors called to see if everything was okay down there. They thought I was being ambushed.
Well, we did drink a lot of your booze.
There's a bunch of cowgirls over at your house.
Wow. Well, James showed up, walked into the studio with a mason jar full of freaking honey orange
creamsicle.
And by the end of the recording, it was like down.
There wasn't much left.
There wasn't much left, and he was still standing and talking.
Yeah, he did very well. He really likes that. That's a code operation there. He does that, and it is mighty tasty.
As your memory remembers.
Well, as I remember, 116 days ago, it had probably been like 300 days ago since I've had taste of creamsicle.
Well, I don't know. Anyway, right on. Well, that's cool. So yeah, welcome to the Lance Life, Rhonda and James, Lady Samurai and Samurai James.
Lance Life.
As soon as you guys spend the night in there, we'll teach you the rest of the handshake.
I had so Sunday morning. I had I'm like, hey, you want a cup of coffee? He goes, yeah. So I had a Ford mug.
Oh, no.
I'm like, oh, should I get, I'm like, hey, you want the Ford mug? He's all, no. And I'm like, oh, no, I got one here. And it was a Jeep mug.
Oh, jeez.
He goes, no, I got a good one for you. And I had the Lance mug.
Oh, the Lance mug. The ones we got from SEMA?
Yeah.
Those are great. I use that all the time.
Ken was his name? I don't know. Whoever the guy was.
Live Lance Life.
Live the Lance life. Yes.
Live.lance.life.
Anyway, so there you go.
Hashtag. Right on.
So we'll be sure
we'll keep indoctrinating them.
They've had handshake.
quite a good taste of it when I guess they borrowed.
Oh yeah, Kobe loaned them
Georgia boys.
Yep, at Sand Hollow. They had a week in the Lance life, and that's what they said. Okay, we got to go get one of these.
No, I mean, not to say that Lance is the only camper out there, but definitely it's one of the premier, host.
Oh, for sure.
Host, and then Arctic Fox, and then Northern Light. My first Trek camper was a Northern Light, and other than the bathroom being a coffin, I really liked it. I mean, I thought it was
that was
super solid.
Yeah, that one had it was very well insulated, but a lower roof.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little more confined, but worked great.
Oh no, it was perfect. I mean, it was a great rig, but like I said, I could after a year with it, and I'm like, I can't do this bathroom anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty tight.
It's super tight. So we'll do I know we've talked about a camper. We can do a whole nother podcast one day just talking about campers and
campers.
We have an incredible amount of knowledge on these things and what are good, what are bad, the good, the bads, the ugly, and whatnot. So
what to look for.
What not to what to run away from,
what to stay away from, whatever. Okay, well, cool. Hey, on the way home, I was trying to get caught up with Snail Trail. It's like every other day there's a new podcast coming out.
I don't listen to their show anymore.
You don't, huh?
No.
200 episode 252, and I think I'm still 2 behind, but 252, and I'm listening to this, and they have people phone in.
Oh,
Charles Locke phoned in.
What's their phone number?
Our buddy, I don't know.
Charles Locke from Australia.
Australia.
Wow.
So he phoned in because prior they were hoping, Jimmy was hoping to hear Aaron's voice.
ARRON.
Yeah, Charles Neighbor there. Also great supporters here of the Wheeling Wine and Whiskey podcast.
Absolutely, they're patrons.
So you did you hear that episode?
No, I haven't.
You haven't. You're behind. You said
I'm behind.
You don't listen to them anymore.
Well, I just got, I just interrupt you real quick. I got my Sirius XM working again in my truck, and because I daily drive my truck now, I've been listening to a lot of music.
Oh,
so
the Led Zeppelin channel.
I've been listening to the 80s channel.
Oh, the 80s channel. Really?
Oh, yeah. Devo.
You got like Cyndi Lauper and
Devo, Cyndi Lauper.
Who else is
Prince.
Oh, yeah, Prince.
Coming home from work yesterday, I was listening to some Purple Rain songs. It was awesome.
Wow. Look at you just bringing it back.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I noticed your neon backpack here in the office.
Well, yeah. And I'm going to get my parachute pants here pretty soon.
Oh, MC Hammer was 90s.
Oh, that's true.
That was 90s.
Fuck. Okay.
Anyways, so Charles called in and he goes, hey, yeah, got my buddy Aaron here that wants to talk to you.
Oh, uh-huh.
So ARRON
Sure.
hops on the line there with the best, authentic Australian accent.
Well, because they're from Australia.
Exactly. And goes, hey, Jason and Chris, love your podcast. It just totally went off on how great Wheeling Wine and Whiskey
I'm going to
is.
listen to this on the way into work tomorrow.
Bravo, Aaron. That is freaking awesome, man. Love it. Yes. And the crowd loves it. So good. Thank you so much.
Good job, Lorenzo. He's
Yeah.
doing it remotely from the home studio.
Been watching him on the Ring camera.
Oh, is he behaving himself?
Yeah, he's been doing really well. I'm impressed.
You didn't bring him to the show, huh?
No. I didn't want to bring him up to Reno. He's got some bad memories up there.
I bet.
Didn't want him to go into relapse. So yeah. Anyways, I thought that was great. So
my glass
thank
is
you.
empty.
Your glass is empty. You got a problem. So yeah, that was that. So what else you got?
I don't know. Other than an empty glass.
You got an empty glass. I did talk to Will Speck.
Oh yeah, what's
Will
going
at
on
Will
with
Speck to get an update on his build. He's invested a lot of time and effort and money into the studio of his and cranking out some YouTube content. And man, he just released a YouTube video here, just giving an update on what Will Speck Garage is, kind of hit the reset button a little bit and what he's concentrating on and the new project. And
right.
it sounds really cool. It's marrying both worlds. I mean, it's a hybrid, right? So it's got a gas engine and it's got an electric engine, but they're two high performance, I should say electric motor.
That's right.
So the gas portion of it is like, I hope I don't misquote it. It's like 2,000 horsepower freaking deal.
What?
It's ridiculous.
Isn't
It's
this like
a drag car.
Honda Accord?
It's a drag car.
Yeah, I get it.
And then the
But it's
electric,
gonna be all-wheel drive.
yeah. Then you got the electric portion in the rear, and it's going to be crazy. So, anyways, but I love his passion. He's a very passionate person, and he makes it work. And so, anyways, check it out. Will Speck on YouTube. There, check out his page, Will Speck Garage on old IG.
Right.
And they are going to be. Kyle's going to be racing EVE again next year here, 2022 KOH.
And he's banging away on that rig just like most of the KOH
I did
Ultra 14s
call him.
are.
I'm like, after talking to Will, I'm like, I got to call Kyle. I haven't talked to Kyle in a while,
Yeah.
and he's relocated down south. So he's been working on the truck EVE and getting things tuned up in the front end department, getting rid of the Flappy Bird.
The IFS.
Yep. And that's going away. So doing a little sass on that solid axle swap.
Woo.
So that's going to be cool. And then he's going to race it again, like I said, and he's looking forward to that. And then there's, of course, they announced on the Ultra 4 IG page that those 10, the recipients of the 10 race teams
The electric crate
that are
motor.
getting the electric crate motor set up, throttle pedal to the motor and everything, battery packs, battery management system, blah blah blah.
That's all from Dave Cole.
Yeah, so Kyle's one of those recipients. So
awesome.
Nothing. It's too short of a time to get anything set up prior to KOH. So that will all happen after KOH.
So are we hearing anything about any chassis that are going to be built?
I haven't heard
with
anything.
This new gear. I mean,
but there's got to be. There's some gears have to be turning out there. And
you got to think. I mean, because we know, I'm pretty sure we know that it's not going to be a solo class again this year.
Right. I have to suspect there's some other rigs, but who knows? We'll have to see.
Yeah,
have to see who comes out and what they race. But it is ramping up. Tickets are on sale for spectators.
That's correct. I was going to mention that.
Yep.
Beat me to it.
Racers are starting to register. And we still haven't heard anything about media yet, but the things are creeping along in the Ultra 4 arena there. But it is happening.
It is happening. And if you're following the IG, you really should be. I mean, a lot of different race car drivers. Obviously, I tell you, Levi Shirley's teased a little bit about his new car. Is that the car he's in a race in 2022 Hammers?
I don't know. I have to assume, but I don't know.
I mean,
I know they've been working on it, so it's got to. I got to imagine he's going to debut it there.
That'd be killer, man.
Yeah, that would be awesome. So,
but all the other teams, of course, and I know the Mint 400 is wrapped up, and I don't have results for that, but I'm sure that they're pulling the teams, the Ultra 4 teams that competed in the Mint 400 are probably yanking their cars apart, going through them, and they've got, I don't know, we don't have the number of days, but. It's 6 weeks
40,
before they should be on the lake bed.
Somewhere in the 40, 38 days or something when this comes out. So
yeah, it's just
it's game
fast.
on Donkey Kong. It's coming up so fast. I talked to Amber Turner.
Yep.
Samurai.
Yep.
So she's going to be on Toyota axles. So Samurai 1-tons this year and 35s. Wontons.
And 35s?
Yes, sir. Ooh, moving on up.
She's going to send it.
Oh,
she's always sending it.
Yeah, I was going to say, when hasn't she sent it?
Whether she's sending it in a Samurai or sending it in a 43-inch buggy or buggy with 43 stickies.
Right. So, so she's super excited and, getting ready for that. And, of course, Bomber Fab. They had a little engine issue. It looks like a bent connecting rod and cylinder number 8 I saw on IG there. So always something, but now's the time to vet all that stuff out and get it fixed before you hit that lake bed. So we're gonna try and get over there to Bomber and get a little pre KOH interview again with Amber and Randy. I think that'd be fun.
I think it'd be definitely pretty timely and awesome. So
little follow up, a little pre race. What's up? What's going on?
Was he drinks Bud Light, right?
Pretty much anything I think you put out there, but but gosh, can he's gunning for back to back and 4-time king, which would separate him from everybody.
Well, thinking about that, he's just banged out a brand new car, and obviously he's got a little bit of an engine hiccup. But as you and I were talking a couple days ago, better to have your engine freaking do what it did.
Oh yeah,
2 months before KOH than actually on the lake bed. So he's going to work through it. It's going to be pretty freaking
leaky injector.
Yeah. So hydrolock.
Yeah, it hydrolocked.
And
liquid does not compress.
No liquid. So is that common or
I've heard it happening before. Yeah.
Is this on race leaking engines or just everybody?
It could happen on anything.
So
even Toyotas.
That doesn't sound hydrolocked. That sounds like it's about to throw a piston, though.
It does.
Or throw a rod.
Fortunately, I'll keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency.
Right.
See, Foghorn Leghorn knows.
God damn.
Keep my feathers numbered for just such an emergency.
I'm going to say Lorenzo's on his game tonight, even though he's remote.
He is looking in on the little camera here.
Yeehaw!
Not drinking, or at least there's nothing in view of the camera.
Well, he's
Lorenzo?
he's clopped away from the camera a couple times.
You got to wait till the 24th.
Shit,
few more days.
He broke that rule.
A few more days.
Yeah.
Yeah, you made him break that rule.
I know.
You're a bad influence.
Well, shit. Somebody's got to do it. This is Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, goddammit.
Right.
So, anyway, yeah. So, if you haven't got logged into ultra4racing.com to get your tickets, I know that we saw that Tyson, one of our listeners, is going to be on the lake bed this year.
All the way from Kansas City.
Woohoo, baby. Is he bringing his Jeep?
I don't know.
I think he's going to bring his Jeep.
I don't know. We'll have to find out.
I guess I better bring my Jeep.
You should bring the jet.
Is he bringing the jet?
I don't know. I think that'd be acceptable. He could land right on the lake bed at Cody's airstrip.
Hell yeah.
Right in Lasertown.
His G5.
Would that be awesome?
Dude.
That would be pretty baller to fly in a freaking private jet. That'd be huge. Huge. Actually, I'd want is it Pilatus? I think it's a Pilatus that basically it's the pickup trucks of planes.
I don't know, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, you could put all kinds of gear into it. I mean, you could load this sucker up with gear, and that'd be the thing to fly into KOH because you probably fit a Samurai in there.
Maybe, or maybe
land on the lake bed and pull your Samurai out.
Don't have any water in the.
Yeah, it might be able to fit like Pretty Penny in there. That's still for sale. How come nobody's bought that yet?
I don't. Well, I made.
I mean, 85K is not a drop in the bucket. Somebody like you, it is, but
shit.
I mean, but still, I'm just surprised with the notoriety of that.
The pedigree, dude.
The pedigree.
I mean, if I started
How is that
driving,
not
if
sold
I started
yet?
driving Pretty Penny, I'd embarrass. I'd be like, dude, this used to be Cody Wagner's rig. Yeah, and I fucked it all up.
I mean, people are dropping $120, $150 on buggies all the time.
Cody needs to drive over himself with it, and then somebody will buy it.
Yeah, it's already done that.
Well, that was Naughty Dotty.
Oh, that was Naughty Dotty. You're right. Was it Naughty Dotty?
Yeah.
Oh, it was what Naughty Dotty.
That was the red dot
buggy.
Right.
That's freaking cool.
So, Cody, if you're listening, you need to. I know you're not really enthused about getting run over again, but I don't know. Just a thought.
I don't think that would raise the. That would then it would be marked as a killer, like Christine.
Right.
Right. No, I just it just amazes me, but I can't wait to see his new buggy. I've got some ideas of what's going to be incorporated into that chassis, and I just can't wait.
What more can happen? I mean, dude, I think haven't we evolved to the point where it's like
reverse rotation transfer case, so you don't have the torques working against you. Keeps the suspension settled at all times.
Can he handle the torques?
Oh, he can handle the torques.
But I thought he already incorporated all that.
No, this is like new stuff coming out.
Bleeding edge.
Wow. So we'll see. It'll be interesting. Hey, it's. I wish I had that kind of money to play around with different ideas and vehicles and.
Yeah.
thoughts.
And he's hardcore too. I don't know if you saw his latest post where he posted that reel on the gram where he was chasing off drug dealers in his neighborhood.
Oh, was he? Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, dude,
What?
there was a dude with a skateboard and it looked like a 4Runner. I think it was a 4Runner with all blacked out windows parked on the corner in front of his house. And he's like, "Not in my neighborhood. You're not gonna do it."
Kidding me?
And he freaking they ran away.
Was the 4Runner banging off the rev limiter? Sound like that?
Not that I could hear.
Oh.
But he's like, "Get out of my neighborhood, not in my
No
neighborhood."
way.
Oh yeah, he ran him off.
Oh my gosh.
Hardcore. Good for you,
Gotta
Cody.
do that. You gotta-
standing up for your hood and making it happen.
It's a strong neighborhood, man, where you got neighbors watching and able to speak up, willing
Hell
and able
yeah.
to speak up. That's key.
Hell yeah. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Wow. So, okay. Well, speaking of gifts, we just finalized the list to Johnny for the Old Elk Club gift.
That's
It's going to go
right.
out here, hopefully this week.
Hopefully. I
So
want him under the tree, man.
it should make it there. I don't know about Australia, but
Yeah, probably
it should make
not
it
Australia.
too.
Do they celebrate Christmas in Australia?
Yeah, they do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
It's not an American holiday.
No, they celebrate.
It's a Christian holiday, dude. I'm just messing with you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like-
America is not the only country on the planet.
correct. That's correct.
America and Australia. They're the two countries on the planet.
Now I know they didn't celebrate Thanksgiving in Jamaica because I was in Jamaica one day and one Thanksgiving day.
Really?
Yeah, years ago. was on a cruise ship, and we landed in Jamaica for Thanksgiving Day.
I celebrated Thanksgiving in Mexico one year.
Yeah.
But it wasn't pumpkin pie.
It wasn't? What was it?
Squash pie.
Oh.
I mean, pumpkins are squash.
I was going to say, it's the same thing.
Didn't taste the same.
Didn't taste the same? Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeehaw. Yeah, so, that finalizes the gift for our top tier patrons.
So that's in the works. So check your doorbell ring cameras for something to arrive on your doorstep here.
And get it right away because we don't want the porch pirates to enjoy it.
No, this is irreplaceable.
Tis the season for the porch pirates to be in full mode. Little fuckers.
So nice. So I think that's all I've got.
All right, well, we can wrap this puppy up and put a bow on it. 'Tis the holiday season.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to remember that we can go to you can go to our website wheelingwineandwhiskey.com,
right?
And don't forget the merch sale is in full swing. We got those packages, those bundles.
The bundles, yes, the merch bundles, and you can package it up with some dirtbag stuff if you want.
Absolutely, great deal. So go to wheelingwineandwhiskey.com and click on the merch link. That'll take you right there. And don't forget, if you so desire to become a patron, we go to patreon.com/wheelingwineandwhiskey, and that'll we'll be happy to include you in our
absolutely
exclusive little club of patrons. And
and thank you, all your patrons. We truly appreciate it. It has helped out immensely. Defray cost of operating this expensive podcast venture that we dove into here. But man, a couple years here we're going in deep.
More than 2 years.
Yeah.
2.5 years. We're going to be 3 years in the spring of 2022. And it's going strong.
Wow.
We continue to deliver the content that you want. And I know that we look at the analytics and it's just, it's crazy. And then next episode, we will go over all the numbers. I mean, that's kind of the year wrap.
All right, you're going to do a wrap up?
Number of episodes,
put
the
a bow
hours,
on it.
blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? It's just to give everybody a little.
All right, good idea.
A little bit of this and a little bit of that. So
good idea.
Awesome.
All right, well, that's all I got.
That's all I got. We're out.